Hello everyone, hope you're all keeping well. In my last video I was going on about all my plans and everything for all the cars here for the year 2022, but you might as well just disregard all them. With everything that's financially going on between in the world and for myself, I just can't do them. So I have a new plan, and my new plan is to not make any plans until I can financially plan, if you get me. So I wanted to get all these things done this year. It's not going to happen realistically with everything going on, but I am going to tip away at what I can do. And work has already got started on Skanky here behind me. I've already tore off the whole front end. It was all rusted, it was all battered up from years and years of abuse. So these are the bits we cut out. As you can see, there's supposed to be metal there. It is all rotten out of it. It's been bent a fair few times now as well, and even there's really supposed to be ridges in that for strength, but to be honest it's more like tin foil now. And I've started putting on a new front end. I was originally hoping to get someone else in to do it, because I'm not a confident welder. I've never done anything like this before, but one of them things again, I couldn't afford to get anyone else in to do it for me, so I gave it a go myself. I had a welder here. It's not the best. I'm not confident welder, as I said, but I gave it a go, and so far so good it's holding. But I've got so far now, and I have all the front end and everything on, but some of the welds are broke, so I have to go back now and I have to drill all them out and do them ones all again. So that's what I'm going doing here this evening. After all that's done, I'm going to just put primer on and keep it all kind of safe for the time being. We're then going to take, like, most of the stuff is already taken out of this car. There's nothing really left inside in it. There's, I think, just probably fuel lines, and that's about it. But we're going to take everything out. We're going to go underneath to clean everything off, undercoat it and stuff like that, and give everything a new fresh coat. I do have to do a few checks. As far as I know, the cage is kind of now out of date. It needs to be updated. I think an extra bar needs to go in behind the seat. But they're all things I can look at and see if I can get done. And we'll just get it all cleaned up. Where I go back racing with it, I don't know, to be quite honest. It's never going to go anywhere. Like, I'm always going to keep it. It's my first race car, it's my championship car. And like, there's so much I can still do with it. I can go off and I can try to do the Z-Tech Championship with it again. I might even go back and do another season of Rallycross. I don't know. It all depends on what funds are like and how championships are going when I get it back going. But there's no harm in putting it back together. Probably bringing it through a few track days, using it to give the lads an experience as well on track days who've never been. Brian, Cecily, they've never done a track day, so it's the perfect car for that. They're great fun, cheap to run, and like, you can't go wrong really. So we might do all that as well. So I think I probably should stop talking and get to work. So when I actually got stuck into this, it actually wasn't the hardest job in the world. It's just take your time. There was a lot of prep more involved in it, like taking off all the old one. I thought it was going to be as simple as just drilling out all the spot welds to hold it in. But obviously this car has been racing for a long time, probably back to 2014 when it all started. And it more than likely had been changed before. There was a lot of extra weld on all the joints and stuff like that, where someone had probably changed it before. So there's a lot more cutting in it and stuff like that. At the same time, I was trying to take my time so I'd still have all the right surfaces to weld back onto. So it was cut off as much as I can and try and bring it back down to the original metal that I had to spot weld back onto. Then there was trying to actually make sure I kind of straightened out all the sides and all the parts where I have to weld back onto. They were all rippled and stuff like that. So getting it all fitted up, and then I had to drill all my holes for where I want my spot welds to go. So I had to take off all the metal, drill the holes, put all the weld through primer on it as well, so once it's on there it's protected from rust. Once it's on there, because I can't get back in there to paint that. But taking my time anyway, I got there. It's fairly solid. Hopefully it'll stand up to test. A couple of mistakes, alright. A couple of the welds didn't take for whatever reason. I'm not that experienced at welding, so this is all just a learning curve for me, to be quite honest. And the welder I have is not the best. It's quite an old welder. There's not much way of adjustment on it either. Instead of turning up the power on it and down like that, I have literally two toggle switches, and that's all I really have. And it's only flux core. There's no gas at all in this. So they're all my typical racing driver excuses for doing this. So what I have to do now then is drill out some of these old welds, try doing them again, and hopefully that'll be end of this chapter anyway, and then we can move on to tidying it all up and start cleaning and painting it all up.
He's old.